Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video guys, I'll be taking you through the process how I twist my own hair guys, and I actually feel that this is the basic of most basic tutorial that I should have done for a very long time. Okay, I do tutorial of how to make your hair by yourself, but I think if you have not still picked up the trick of how to make your own hair, here is it. So first of all, I go in and I want to go ahead and first moisturize my hair. Right here my hair is totally due, like it's been months and or like 2 to 3 months, okay. But I wasn't ready to relax the hair, so I just wanted to do a twist, a basic twist, not anything extra, no serious parting, just a very simple and freestyle thing. And then I go into sealing my moisture using the oil also, just to seal in the oil. And yes, when I start making the, I'll still use more cream because like I said, my roots guys, if you see how I'm combing it, I cannot put the comb really so close as such because I know what I'm facing. It is very due. So first of all, I go ahead to section and partition the hair into two parts, and that is something you want to do when you're making your hair. And even if your hair is not full, even if it's short, actually if you section your hair in smaller bits, you are able to work with your hair effectively and see what you're doing, you know that. And then I go to the back, and again, because I was not doing anything serious, okay, this was just a free parting. And I believe that if you do not know how to braid your hair, you don't know how to do those sectioning, those clean sectioning, this type of sectioning is what will pay you off. This is what you should actually be doing. And all this free parting, it was what usually we always do as a stylist before we started doing box braid and every other thing. These patterns, yeah, the go-to, okay, and it always comes out nice. So don't beat yourself if you don't know how to do box braid. Just go ahead and do this pattern, and then I go ahead to just I start off by braiding the strands. I do like, let's say 10 strands, 10 normal braiding strands, and then I go ahead to twist. And you can see guys, also one thing I'll tell you is always make sure like you have like clips you can clip away your hair, because if you notice there was this other hair that was disturbing, I kept having to use my hand. These are tips and tricks as someone that is braiding your own hair, you need to know and implement and make sure you are using. Okay, now look at this other part that I did. Okay, great. Pack your hair away so it doesn't disturb, but just look at how I went ahead to just do the just free cutting, free parting. Do you understand? It's called free parting actually. That is what it's called. So I go ahead, like I said, look at me braiding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it almost became so fast, but after you this, you then see that I split the third strand. You know, when you're braiding, you have 3 strands. You then take the third one and split it into 2 and share it to the other 2 halves. When you do that, you then begin to twist. Okay, all my naturalistic hair people, okay, yes, this style, when you're natural hair, it really bangs. Even from the root you can begin to twist. But for someone as me that is relaxed, and because I also wanted the twist to last longer, I didn't want to go and twist from the root, even though yes, I had new roots that could hold it, but I just didn't want that. I wanted it to really last way longer, so I went to just braid it and then began to twist the rest of the end and all. And yeah, this is how the twist look. You go ahead to twist it to the very end, because yes, at the ending of our hair strands, it kind of like thins out, or you know, even if it's not saying that, even if it's like equal length, because you need to trim it, it will just, you know, still go ahead and twist it, it will still stay. Now look at again how I am partitioning with the hair guys. No, and it's just the way the way the spirit leads you, you go ahead to section it. And then I go ahead to also moisturize each of my strands before I even begin to braid, because like I said, my hair was like 3 months post relaxer, so it was really due. And yeah, my hair is very painful to undo even by myself, so I always have to just moisturize. And I go ahead to start braiding guys. As you can see, you go ahead, braid from the roots. You can decide to twist from the roots, but I prefer to braid from the root, get to a certain degree. When I braid like 3 lengths, then I begin to twist by sharing the third strand equally to the other two other strand, and then I begin to twist. Guys, look at how slowly I'm twisting. This is how to go about it. You want to make sure that the twist is very tight. Okay, if you want that twist to last long, make sure it is very tight. So I'm using that my other hand to make sure it is tight so it is not loose, and then I keep the process to the very end of the strand. So this is what we have: 3 twists done, and the awful words to go. But this is what we have, guys. And here we have gone the halfway of the braid of my head. Yes, and this is what we have. And yes, I just go ahead with these, guys. I'm going to show you another slower pace, so let's see how this goes. Okay, you want to stick around. This is more slow, and I will explain. Okay, so you start the braid by dividing the hair in 3 sections, because that is how you actually braid. And you start off with that, and then you just begin to braid your hair. 1 2 3 4 5 6 just like that. You want to count it till it's 10. You want to do that, braid normal braiding, see how slow, then divide the hair strand. Guys, look at that. Divide the third strand of the braiding in and partition it into 2, giving each of the other 2 parts one of the section, and then you go ahead and twist. Guys, just look at that. Look at that. Okay, you just go ahead and twist. I'm going to twist. That white thing you can see is the cream I use, the Elan hair cream. And yes, if you do not like cream, skip it, but I would prefer cream. I would advise you use cream. It also just helps you to be able to manipulate your hair easily. And then this is what we have, guys. The half of my hair done, I think. Then we now went to the front to start. Like I said again, I was doing a free pattern, so not really big of a deal. I was not overthinking the way I was sectioning the hair. I was just going as directed, as spirit leads, as I felt like. That is actually one thing I would actually recommend for someone who does not know how to do box braid, or you are just starting off in learning how to do your own hair by yourself. Please don't take it too deep. Okay, just go ahead and do free pattern. In this video I had just one mirror, which was the one in front where my camera was, and even when I was doing the back pattern, you see, I didn't have any other mirrors because it was free pattern, so there was no extra pressure on me to get it clean, like just using your hand. And or if you watch the other clip of how I braid, you know, that one I even use extension, you would see how I talked about using your hand to get your pattern. Anyways, here we are right in front, and then I just go ahead to section the hair down. So I'm like, okay, this is how many I want here, it's not that deep, and then we go ahead. Now there's one more trick, one more tip I also want to share, so stick around and continue watching. If you are not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and click the like button. Okay, thank you. Now to the tip I want to tell you: when you are braiding your hair, you want to be careful of how you position your hand. Okay, because wherever you position your hand is where the hair will fall. Now if you see this particular strand, I was doing it to the front. Now when I'm done, look at it, guys. It can't go to the back so easily. It's not looking late, it's just falling to the front because that was where my hand was positioned. So you want to take note of that. Now look at this other strand. Because I wanted it to fall to the side, I make sure I twisted my hand. You see the way I turned my hand, guys? Yes, when you're making your hair by yourself, your hand is going to do a lot of exercise. You're going to turn your hand in several forms. That's what comes with making your hair by yourself. Okay, so the way you position your hand is the same direction the hair strands will fall. Do you understand? So that's how I go ahead. You begin, and then you cannot change your hand when you are like down on the strands, because by then you had already directed the strand into where it's going to fall. So I go ahead and complete it. This is the last strand. Who feels happy when they have just one more strand left when they are making their hair? Definitely me, because it's a struggle. But anyways, this is it. And yes, guys, you can see I was closing my hair. Yeah, my hair pains me, so even if I'm making my hair, it pains me. So it is what it is. And again, my hair was totally due of like 3 months. Like, anyways, it is what it is. So this is what we have, guys. You can see the direction. Like I said, look at the direction. Yes, sometimes you can, you know, still, but if you put it to the back, you can see the bump it gives. Yes, because the direction did not face the back. But if you put it to the front, it's going to sit seamlessly and perfect, because that was the direction it was made in the first place. Guys, this is the total look of the hair. What do you think, guys? Let me know if you've learned a thing or two from this video, from this tutorial. Let me know in the comment section. Also, make sure you subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post new tutorials, and make sure you click the like button so other people find this video and it can be helpful to them. Clicking the like button is free, and clicking the like button just helps other people to find this video when they are looking for it. But that's it. Bye for now, guys.